Monday morning. It is December 12th. Hope you're having a great start to the day. It is a little foggy out once again across central Florida, but it is still just a beautiful start to the day. So let's do this. Let's take a live look outside and just see what's doing on our Tower Cam network. It's gorgeous. You can see, though, from our Daytona Beach perspective, the kind of low cloud deck, that fog deck. It's not so thick that we've needed dense fog advisories per se, but it's thick enough that it certainly could impact your driving. Certainly, if you're going to want to try and, take a Cessna up, a Mooney up, a Piper up. Visibility down to near nothing at Orlando International Airport. We're at about a quarter mile there in Leesburg, about 3/4 of a mile in Wildwood, where we were just showing you in Daytona Beach. We're sitting at about 6 miles, so not bad, but definitely a little bit of fog that may get in your way. Happy to report temperatures comfortable. I decided why not come outside and do coffee talk today. 66 degrees in the city, about 69 for us in Leesburg, 64 degrees in Palm Coast. What's the temperature in my house? Hold on. Stand by. Tempest. At my house, the current temperature is 65.7, so pretty close to that Orlando reading. Yesterday was everything we thought it was going to be. It was a beautiful day. We were watching a cold front move through. That cold front still meandering in North Florida, tiptoeing its way down into our neighborhood. Remember, it does give us the opportunity to see a few showers, and then it will help to break our heat bubble just a little bit. It's not going to put us into average numbers. It's not. But at least it'll get us a little closer to where we should be this time of year. Yeah. Yukon, I hope everyone gets a chance to listen to some Thurl Ravescroft music today. Oh, yes. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. My son loves it. With a name like that and to be the character that he was on the audio, it's just so perfect. What would Thurl do, right? What would a person like that, with a name like that, do? Nancy, good morning. We need rain, a chance in Volusia County this afternoon, maybe. Yeah, we're going to go with a 20% chance. You can see those showers in North Florida. Let's do this. Let's come over to our first warning Doppler radar. Those showers are not, I don't think, going to be showing up on our radar. But let me switch over to the Jacksonville radar, and you can see it's not like there's much up there, right? I mean, there's a few showers, and that's it, right around Lake City. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about. It's not like you're going to get a great opportunity. But as the sun does come up, maybe we're able to invigorate these showers a little bit and get to a point where we could get, a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, I'll take it. But the good news is, even if we do get a few showers, it's not going to really impact you much. Weather impact is low, so if you're wanting to hit the links today, I think you're fine. The morning fog burns off. It's so nice and still. And then the sun's going to come blasting, so prepare for that. And then, of course, you'll get a couple of those showers later on. If you're wanting to head out to the theme parks, I approve of that message for sure. Looking good. Those showers come in the afternoon, okay? And Nancy, we'll take a look at Futurecast to time it out for you. But all in all, let's just talk temperatures first and foremost. Temperatures today, not as hot as yesterday. Palm Coast, 71. That's it for you today. 78 degrees in DeLand. 79 for us in Leesburg. If you're making plans to be out and about today in the villages, it's 79. And a little further south, certainly those temperatures are going to get a little bit warmer. We'll find ourselves into the lower 80s for places like Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Palm Bay, and Winter Haven. What about yesterday? Remember, we were discussing the possibility of records yesterday, and as it turns out, my friends, that's exactly what we did. Not in Orlando, we hit 85. Didn't think that was going to be the case, but we were talking on Coffee Talk yesterday about Sanford, Leesburg, and Daytona Beach perhaps getting to record highs, and that's precisely what happened. Sanford, 85, that was your record. Leesburg, 85, that was your record. And Daytona Beach, you actually broke your record at 84 degrees. That one went back to 1961. Yeah, so temperatures are at least a little more in check for today, but I do want to point out that the Storm Prediction Center, they talk about severe weather reports. There's a thing called a Climate Prediction Center, and what they do is they kind of try and look at the more longer trending items, okay? And we're kind of stuck in this pattern. Take a look. This is beyond the 7-day forecast. And they're saying right up to about Christmas, we should, in the deep south, stay warmer than average. All the fronts that we had talked about using the BSR, those fronts are there. They're showing up. They're just not making it this far to the south. So let's take a look and just kind of put it together. We'll look at the 7-day forecast. Then we'll go back to that longer outlook. And then we're going to look at the longer range trends and kind of see where we're headed, all right? So for today, not a bad forecast at all. We'll go to about 80 degrees. If you've got plans, certainly you're going to be in luck for outdoor things. But do look for those showers, and we'll take a look at Futurecast in a few moments, okay? Tomorrow, upper 70s for highs. Again, right in the same ballpark. We're going to stay really nice the early part of the week. And then by late week, waiting for another front, we're going to start building that heat back in there. Beverly says North Lake needs rain. Yes. I would agree with that. When we look to our year, stand by. Give me a second. Here we are. When we look to our year, this is kind of a look at the numbers on how dry Central Florida is. Now, Sanford and Leesburg, you're above average. Orlando, you need the rain. Daytona Beach, you need the rain. Melbourne, wow. Now, I haven't checked on this in a couple of weeks. Full disclosure, I've been working very hard on the LRC, and more Climo stuff I haven't been paying attention to as much. Melbourne, you're in desperate need for rain. How about that, huh? Melbourne, you're a foot behind in rainfall. I was not expecting it to be that high, if I'm honest. Yeah. I asked my brother, sidebar, my brother just texted me. I asked him, Jeannie and I are shopping for your kids. What are your children interested in? And let me quote, he said, experiences would be great. SeaWorld, Zoo, Science Center, Blue Origin. I like how he snuck that in there. Blue Origin. Jason, you're a putz. All right, let me dial up Futurecast and get us through the day today. I wouldn't have him any other way, though. It's funny, Nancy Kendrick pointed out the holiday video we did a couple of years ago where he and I were just two idiots trying to hang holiday lights. Anybody else have that much fun doing it? All right, here's Futurecast for today. We'll start off 8 o'clock this morning. We've got that deck of clouds, those showers north of town. So far, so good. Notice, though, by about 11, 12 o'clock, Futurecast is trying to invigorate up those showers. Why? Because the sun's going to be shining, the temperatures are going to be warming, and that subtle instability is going to be enough to give us a few additional showers. Dad's in the room. Good morning to you. Jessica says, I'm dreaming of a cold Christmas. We're working longer range. We're starting with Futurecast for today, and then we're going to kind of tiptoe forward. We'll look at the models and get you into the long range forecast, I promise. Dorian, what am I drinking? Premier Protein. I pay full price for this, though, so I'm not, this is not a sponsor, so I don't mind talking about it because I pay for it just like you would. This is great, though. 30 grams of protein. Plus, it has, they say, the caffeine of a cup of coffee. So I have one in the morning, and I have one for, like, my afternoon pick-me-up. But a reminder, I was instructed to have these by my bariatric surgeon and his nutrition team. So, consult your doctor, whatever they tell you to do. That's, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Yukon says I've been feeling a little sluggish. Uh-oh. Take it easy. All right, so here's Futurecast about lunchtime. Watch through time as that line of showers does move in. 3, 4 o'clock, you can kind of see those showers getting into the metro. Now, Futurecast is trying to get a little feisty with them. I'm not saying they're going to get strong, but Futurecast says there may even be a few downpours. I don't know. I don't know. We'll look at another version of Futurecast. That's a good way to kind of zero in. But you can see the darker greens, the yellows, and the oranges. So perhaps we could be talking about some pockets of heavier rain around. And then by about 6, 7, 8 o'clock, it's moving into Osceola, Polk, and Brevard counties. Let's look at, let's find another version. That's the fog. That's fog Futurecast. That's fog Futurecast. Can I get regular? Hi, regular. All right, let's switch over to, excuse me. Let's see here. All right, same positioning. Notice this one's not going as bonkers with the shower activity. See, this makes a little more sense, if I'm honest. This model's going a little bit lighter with the showers. And then there's Beta Futurecast. Which is super light in the showers, yeah. And earlier, too. So, you know, for what it's worth, there may be a few showers today. It's not going to be, I don't think, a quote-unquote gully washer. All right? Hopefully that's acceptable to you. But after the gully washer, no, I'm just kidding. After the nice quiet-ish setup, pushes all that warm air out for good for today. It's a nice mild setup. Staying nice and mild for tomorrow. Staying nice and mild for our Tuesday. And then by Tuesday into Wednesday, you can kind of see some of that moisture over the Bahamas maybe starting to coming ashore, but a generally mild air mass, a pretty nice forecast for us. So again, let's look at the 7-day, and then we can tiptoe forward using computer models and long-range forecast techniques. All right. So temperatures lower 80s, upper 70s, and then by about Thursday, Friday, Saturday into the weekend, 17, 18. We're going to start to watch those temperatures climb. Now, long-range forecast we issued for Christmas. Let's peek in on that. All right, long-range forecast we issued for Christmas. And I will say the problem that I have noticed with doing long-range forecasting based on the BSR is that it has struggled with La Nina. La Nina has changed things around quite a bit. So that's definitely playing into my forecast accuracy over the last few weeks in the long-range realm. But the pattern does look like it wants to trend a little cooler, certainly for Christmas. So here's what we're looking at, all right? There is going to be a storm system around December 21st, 22nd. Then after that, it looks like the 23rd, a front will pull through. I haven't looked at the models yet, all right? So I have to check on this morning's model runs. And then after that, it looks like afterward, we could be talking about some moisture building. So Christmas Eve looks nice. The question is going to be, do we bring moisture back in on Christmas Day? All right, so let's do this. And we've talked about this forecast now for, I feel like it's been weeks, right? Or at least a week to week and a half. So this is a look at the latest GFS model. All right, let me just tilt you down. Okay, so this is the latest GFS model, and we're going to do the national map because you can see it as big as it possibly can be. And of course, when we're doing, don't double click it, Burris. When we do national like this, of course, it'll give you at least a little bit of a better idea for travel and things like that. So what are we looking at? Very, very, very top left corner, GFS 0.25, INIT 06Z 12 December. So GFS quarter degree resolution, initialized 6Z. So that's the latest version of the GFS. Okay, initialized 6Z, 12th of December. That's today, all right? So that's the latest version of the GFS. So let's just roll through time here, okay? Through this afternoon, showing high pressure building in the southeast, showing some moisture pushing into the Pacific Northwest. All right, so the long-range forecast, first off, the long-range forecast that we had talked about weeks ago, let me just dial it up. Full disclosure, was December 15th, a storm system and a front, and then December 18th, a cold front. Now, those are showing up, but they just don't look like they're going to be very effective for us, right? So that's the forecast that we made a while ago. What you're looking at here is December 15th, and you can kind of see there's that storm system right across Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. There's that front, and there's that storm system. Just doesn't make it here. And then into the 18th, there's that next storm system moving in. Now, notice over Texas, you're starting to get not just the greens, but you're starting to get the pinks and the oranges and the blues. There's going to be a little bit of a winter storm system for my friends in Texas by Saturday the 18th. At least that's what the GFS shows. Oh, and my friends in the northeastern United States, you see that there? Look around New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. You've got green, pink, orange, and blue. What that means is there's a storm system up there, and the rain-snow line is like right over New York City, which if you've ever lived there or if you've ever... It's like the worst positioning for that because it makes it so difficult to make your forecast. Gross. It does. It makes it tough. So, for what it's worth. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm just checking out on these comments here. Shower time, Publix on the to-do list. Ryan, go do your thing, buddy. Good morning, Mercy says. Disney, cloudy, foggy in my Summerfield area this morning. Any chance for colder weather? We're working on it, Mercy. We're looking at the long-range models. Eric, dear, I want to see you get new frames, glasses. These are good. I think they're now too big for you. Yeah, I'll go look. I'm just trying to keep up on wardrobe. Like, this shirt's now too big for me. I can't even keep shirts and clothing that works. These shorts that I bought like a month ago, they're entirely too big. It's a lot. If I'm honest with you, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to try and get through it, you know? All right, so that's a look at this Saturday. Let's continue on, shall we? So there's that front, doesn't make it here. There's another storm system around the 21st and the 22nd. Now, that's another one where it moves across kind of Kentucky, Ohio. You know, you're working just south of the Great Lakes. You're getting winter precipitation back into the Northeast. That front is extending into the deep South. That's the 22nd. There's moisture around for the 23rd. That's Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. And it looks like that one is going to dry us out for Christmas Day. And then that's a decent front, but it's backing off. It's funny, these fronts are just not wanting to move in. There's another front. Let's maybe back this up. That's Christmas morning. There's a few showers around in Florida, especially in the Panhandle. This is Christmas night. We look okay, but we look mild. There's a big front out west. Now, this one, I think, may be a severe weather maker again. Christmas night, overnight into the day after Christmas. And then there it is. It's bringing through, and it's just kind of falling apart right as it gets to Florida. Yeah. All of these fronts, they're wanting to move, but they're just falling apart. So the long-range forecast, they're there. The fronts that we're calling for are there. They're just not making it to us. This La Nina pattern, which if you're not familiar with La Nina, the long and short of it here, I'll dial that up for you. The long and short of La Nina is this. Cooler water in the equatorial Pacific pushes the jet stream a little further to the north. And because that jet stream is further to the north, it doesn't have the kick to push these storm systems into our area. So what it usually means is more stormy weather for the northeastern United States, and for us in the southeastern United States, warmer, drier air. Case in point, these models, they keep backing off. So that's where I'm noticing the BSR becomes difficult, because the BSR is showing these storm systems moving into our area, but with the jet stream not where it normally is this time of year, I'm having to adjust the BSR forecasting around. If you ever wondered why more people didn't do long-range forecasting, it's because it's flipping hard, especially with these other little elements. Yukon, so you're going to revise the long-range? Well, you know, if you notice, I'm kind of just showing you models and talking about long-range stuff. That long-range the graphics that I built, we're going to have to kind of watch. You know, like I'm still holding on to the Christmas one because I built the Christmas one around the La Nina stuff. So this, to me, still stands. Cold front is going to arrive in the area. Does it cool us down? That I don't know. Christmas Eve does look nice, and then it does look like another storm system is moving in the day after. So cold front arrives, but does it bring the colder air, or does it kind of die over top of us, you know? The other one, this one, I'm showing you just to show you that we talked about these things, and they're showing up. They're just not making it to us. So I'm kind of not even updating it. If I'm honest, I'm not updating this because we're kind of just trapped in this pattern where it's not even there's not even features for me to really point out, you know? So until we can kind of break that pattern, what am I going to show in long range? There's another front that's not going to make it. There's another front that's not going to make it. It's definitely tough. If I'm honest with you, Yukon, it's definitely tough. Yeah. Good morning to you, Trina. Thanks for hanging with us. 80s can stay, Colleen says. I will take cooler weather even in the 70s for my 3-day Christmas weekend, Friday to Sunday. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But forecasting in this current kind of setup is a little more difficult because all of the tools that we have, if we look at the BSR, the BSR is showing these fronts moving through, right? But there's only so much that I can do if the teleconnection is a little off by a few hundred miles, right? Yukon says you can't control the weather, you can only predict. Sometimes things change so dynamically, it is unpredictable. Correct. And I would take it a step further and say what I do try to do is I do try to at least adjust, right? I do try to make modifications as is needed, Give me more heat, at least 90. Well, yeah. So the ACC, the Atlantic currents, everything, in terms of weather, everything works together. Yeah. All I want for Christmas is lowered dew points. I don't need a lot for Christmas, just a cold front or two. Anyway, I'm done saying it's terrible. You could tell Jeannie has me listening to Holly on the old satellite radio. I've turned into the pain in the neck. Becca, good morning to you. Stacy, Gary, good morning. So we've got a pretty nice forecast. Yeah. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? I will tell you this. If we start just eyeballing the national map, let me go back a little bit to like Christmas Eve. If we look at the national map, this is Friday for Christmas Eve. Okay, we do have some moisture bubbling across the nation's midsection, but the northeast corridor does not look to be too bad. Then we get to Christmas Day. If you've got travel plans on Christmas Day, Chicago, Salt Lake City is getting better, Chicago's getting worse, and then into the northeast United States. And then the day after Christmas could have some issues in the Pacific Northwest, and then back over to the northeast United States. Now, we're going to work on our travel forecasts probably this week. I'll put some of those together. I'm doing the new news on Monday, and then I'm sunrise on Monday, Tuesday. Sunrise on Tuesday, Wednesday. So those will be opportunities for me to start working on those. And then, of course, to continue working on my LRC stuff, because I do think that the LRC will hold more hints on when the temperatures should kind of start to drop. Because that's at least when the patterns shift. So based on that, though, if you just base it on that, hold on. If you just base it on the LRC, move this over here so that you can kind of see it. This is my LRC cheat sheet of sorts. So if you look in this section here. So here's how I keep my LRC notes. You can kind of see high temperature, departure from average, low temperature, departure from average, and precipitation, and then I keep notes. So, for example, today, let's just look. Today is Sunday, December 12th. So if we get to December 12th, okay, today is cycle day 6, based on the idea of about a 58-day cycle. So based on that, let's go to cycle day 6 and see where we were the first cycle around. Cycle day 6, if you look, a few sprinkles and hot. That was October 15th. So today lines up to about October 15th, okay? Now, you notice, again, first column, if you look, High temperatures, departure from average. Low temperatures, departure from average. So if today's cycle day 6, looking back on this version the last time will give you a clue. A few sprinkles, okay? Then it looks like tomorrow it says last hot day of the night, cleared front, lowered humidity on the 17th. So if today is cycle day 6, so that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday we get, some subtly lower lower humidity, which that does line up with the 15th when a front should be coming through. But if you look at the averages, if you just look at this column and this column, okay, if you look at those average temperatures, when do we get below? When do we shift to a below average pattern? It's around cycle day 21 and around cycle day 27. So when is cycle day 21 and cycle day 27 next? 21 is after Christmas, and 27 is just after New Year's Day. So based on that, just based on that alone, we should be in that vicinity, just after Christmas and just after New Year's Day. Let's see how that plays out. Now we're able to start using the LRC more than the BSR, and I prefer the LRC over the BSR. It just makes more sense to me. Right? The BSR is a little more difficult to use, especially when it comes to La Nina. So yeah. It's tough. Let's see here. You as well, Nancy. Be good. Be good. Let's see here. Good morning to you, Becca, again. Love the LRC cheat sheet. And that's, and if you noticed, I did update the LRC cheat sheet yesterday, at least with the temperatures. I still have to go in and you can see that, I've updated it through the 10th. I still have to go in and add the comments where I go back and I review weather casts from those days and weather conditions. So I don't have the comments section done, but I do have the temperatures done. Yeah, I did go in and update those. So anyway, it's all fascinating stuff. And then, of course, from there we can kind of gauge when decent cold fronts and when storm threats come through. I will say, though, that as far as the storm threats go through, if you look at Christmas Day, all right, based on about a 58-day cycle, and this is plus or minus, if you look, Christmas Day is cycle day 19. And if you remember, cycle day 21, I said that there was going to be a front. Cycle day 21 is December 27th. Look at what happened the last cycle day 21. Okay, look at my notes section on cycle day 21. Okay. I'm sorry, not cycle day 21, cycle day 19. So if we go back here, this is why I need to wake up, Burris. Hold on. Let's go back to, what is it? It's cycle day 19. It's severe front, cold front, severe storms, 2 tornadoes, 1 water spout. That was cycle day 19. So if we come all the way down here to cycle day 19, that's around Christmas Day or just the day after. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on, let me bring it up. All right, cycle day 19 is around Christmas Day or the day after, severe front. So around Christmas Day, we're going to be looking for severe front. I think it'll probably be the day after because it may be more of a 59-day cycle. But yeah, so anyway, the point is that around Christmas or just after, probably going to have a nastier storm system move in, okay? Any plans to going to the bowl game? I would if I could, man. I would if I could. Parenting. Dagnabbit. Oh, well. All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'm going to go take my bride to breakfast. Any questions, comments, concerns before we go? Real coffee could help. Yeah, that's a good point. It could. It could. Anybody? Anything? Go Knights for the bowl game. We've still got some time for that. I'll put out a forecast for it. Wish I could travel to Texas for the Cincinnati game. Yeah, I'll be watching it. I don't know that I can cheer for Cincinnati. I don't know. That's just me, though. Wow, Becca, good for you. That's unbelievable. I love it. Week after Christmas. So, Susan, it looks like just after Christmas, we've got that storm system. If I were to guess, I would say that the storm system after Christmas is the one that brings us a threat for strong to severe storms. And then after that, we should actually be pretty nice. Let me just look. Hold on. So if the 27th, so what is, hold on. I'm going to eyeball that week after Christmas, and then I'm going to get out of here. So the week after Christmas is the 27th. So 27th would be cycle day, we'll say cycle day 20 or 21, because I think I need to adjust the days. So cycle day 20 or 21. So cycle day 20. So that would be like the week after, that would be the week after Christmas highlighted. Ignore the temperatures, look for the departures from normal, so a little cooler. And yeah, a little bit cooler. Looks like a little bit cooler. And then afterward, approaching New Year, that's when we get down here. If you remember, the coolest little stretch that we had, that floor Easter, that's going to be just after New Year's Day. Would be that big drop in temperatures. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. All right, listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you guys and gals throughout the day on social media. And then I'm doing West 2 News at noon tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have Coffee Talk at 8 o'clock. All right, be the sunshine. Thank you guys for hanging out.